Gamers these days, they have it too easy. Dark Souls 3? Pfft, walk in the park. Come on, guys. Let's get some harder stuff here, like back in the NES days, huh? How about you fucking play Contra 3 lives, no continues, huh? Let's do it, right? Let's bring back hardcore gaming. Well, this kind of ties into the news story. No, I wasn't being serious about the Dark Souls 3 thing. That's just a joke. Anyways, guys, there's a Halo 5 story that probably no one's gonna care about, but this is kind of important because it kind of shows the opinions and thought patterns of the kids growing up today, along with the majority of the adults that play games. And what I'm talking about is that there's a Halo 5 boss known as the Warden, and the boss fight has been nerfed. Now, I'm assuming that the boss fight includes any time you fight the Warden. If not, then maybe they're talking about the final encounter. Basically, what has happened is that everyone who has played Halo 5 has pretty much said there's a giant difficulty spike when you get to the Warden boss fight. Now, I would like to just put these people on blast right now. That is what a boss is supposed to be. Have you ever played Castlevania? A boss isn't supposed to be easy. I mean, the first one or two might be a little bit easy, but as you get along in the game, when you hit the boss, the difficulty spikes up. That's the point of it. It is the pinnacle of the level and the final cutoff point for said section. It's the boss fight. It's supposed to be more difficult than just walking around and cutting down mindless enemies. Basically, they said that in the latest community update over the Halo Waypoint, they're going to be nerfing those kinds of things, talking about highly damaging beams when you're trying to dodge Warden attacks. It's pretty rough. They don't allow for a lot of breathing room. This support team's pretty shit at times. So yeah, with my review, I talked about how your artificial intelligence team members are pretty terrible, and they are. But at the same time, I want to really kind of correlate this with how pathetic gamers are becoming these days. And I use the gamer term loosely. Anyone who plays a game and picks up a controller, who's played Halo in the past, knows the pain of Legendary. But again, it is something to be admired if you can complete Legendary mode. You know? It's like when you go to the bowling alley and you can do things like, we're going to, beat this team over here. Okay, cool. And you beat the team and it's like, yeah, you won. Good job. But what if you beat the team with a perfect 300? It's like, that's something to be admired. But if you take the amount of pins required to get a perfect score in bowling and take them in half, it's kind of not anything to be admired anymore. So that's kind of a rough example, but it correlates to a real life struggle. So when you overcome the Warden in Halo 5 and you finally do beat him, he is a difficult boss to fight at the very end. There's so many of them that you have to kill over and over again, and to nerf these fights and encounters, it just kind of makes it like, yeah, you beat the Warden? Yeah, so did I. Everyone else did. It's not that hard. They went on into detail in saying that co-op was slightly more difficult than intended and single player was slightly easier. So my real question is this nerf going to just solely impact single players on Legendary difficulty or cooperative on Legendary, or is everyone just going to have a nerfed Warden fight? Because that's kind of shitty, man. There's only a few boss battles in Halo 5, and it's with the same enemy every single time, even when they're mini encounters. So to nerf these mini encounters kind of makes the game even worse than what it already is. And it shows the fact that people just want a casual gaming experience these days. They don't want the Mega Mans. They don't want the difficult Marios. They don't want the Castlevanias. They want the casual gaming experience, even if it is in a first-person shooter. So, I've been your host, Protomario. Tell me how you feel about this in the comments below. And as always, good gaming and God bless. Please remember to like, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video.